Hello, beautiful people. I apologize for the wait on the video, but here we are with another message coming back to you live and direct. We're just going to hop right into it. So today the message is about identity and identifying, helping ourselves get closer to our passion, and making the stroll along the way that much easier when pointing out these traits about ourselves and being honest with ourselves, or just figuring out who we really are. So we're just going to hop right to it. First of all, take a look into the mirror. A lot of us, we don't like looking in the mirror and checking ourselves. We love looking in when we're perfecting our baby hairs or when we got a fresh lineup. But when it comes to doing some of this, let me take some accountability. Hold on, that was my fault. You right. Hold on, is this my characteristic? Wait a minute. Who really am I? Like, who am I for real? When it comes to doing that and being honest, a lot of us don't like to do that. Nobody really knows how to do that. So identifying who we are and also checking our own selves. Message. Do you know who you really are? Are you a leader? Are you a follower? Are you just going with the flow, or are you unsure of yourself? When you're walking to figure out who you really are, those questions are very important. So make sure you think about those when we are trying to pursue our identity, our true identity. Identifying our traits, characteristics, and values sooner than later will help us find the path to our purpose that much easier. It'll make it that much easier when we start being honest with ourselves and pointing that out. And I really want you to think about the qualities that you carry. What is pure about you? You know, what's dope about you? I think there's something dope about every individual in this world. We all are very unique, and there is something dope about each one of us, even if you can't see it. And when dealing with this process of self-discovery, I love that word. The question is, how do I get to know me again? Or did I ever really know who I was in the first place? And it's okay to call that out. It's going to be one of those questions. I had to call it out. I thought I knew myself so well and what I was all about until I was tested without even being aware that I was being tested. I loved somebody so much. You know, I was me in the beginning. I was me. We were strolling. And then I ended up being blinded by love, and I started living for someone else without even being aware of it, you know, until I finally caught on. I think a lot of us can connect to that. It doesn't have to be love. It could be any situation. We're so caught up with putting on this persona of ourselves that really isn't us. So we need to be honest with ourselves. We're calling out everybody else and their life issues, but what about your stank? Because yes, it stinks. Mine stunk. Check yourself. Check you first. Period. Is the whole message. Check yourself first. Acknowledge this and take accountability. Taking accountability is very hard for people, as we know. Nobody likes to take accountability for yourself at all. And it only makes you that much greater. It's all for the benefit of you. You got to be honest with yourself. And yeah, it's tough realizing that you have things to change about yourself, but we all have flaws. We can all be better, and none of us are perfect, you know? So don't lie to yourself, because you're only going to be cheating you. We're doing this for ourselves. You have to want it for yourself. And a couple steps that will help along the way to identifying our purpose or ourself. Identify your interest and your values. We're all valuable. What is a specific value, you know, that's very strong about you? Think about that. What's important to you? You know, what specific situations have you been in that defined you in the past? And what characteristics did you pick up after those experiences? And you can connect that in relation into how those situations helped mold you or helped change you, you know? What are you passionate about? So when we're finding our passion, it's not easy figuring out what your passion is. I think 5 years ago, I just found my passion recently. Like, I've always known that I wanted to help people, but I never really thought that would be something that I would walk in, you know? So think about, what are you passionate about? What makes you feel magical? You know, what gives you that spark when we're searching for identity or when we're doing certain activities? Like, what gets you excited? And when we're searching for that passion, you have to be vulnerable. Like, you have to be open to yourself. When you feel that spark, you're not crazy. Listen to that inner spark that you're getting. You know, that is a sign that's telling you this is probably what you're passionate about. Listen to yourself. And that will help you develop new habits that'll get you to where you want to be. We're all trying to get to where we want to be. We're all trying to live in our purpose. That's where we find the most happiness. And that's where this is important to, the identity is important to finding the purpose. That's where it connects at. You have to allow yourself to be shaped and changed by those passions. You know, you just really have to be open. It's hard for us to be open with others, but being open with ourselves is very vital. So I think that's very important. Take some time yourself, breathe, you know, inhale, close your eyes if you have to. Think about and imagine, you know, where you really want to be in life. Imagine yourself like, where do I really want to be? Like, where do I want to be? That type of imagination. Like, take the time for yourself is very important. You are important, and where you want to be is very important, period. Snatch that up. Like, be very exact on what you want. You know, snatch up that specificness. Point it out, claim it. Claim it. It's yours. You know, I claimed mine. Took me a while, but that's because I didn't have the resources or, like, you know, these layouts, and I have to want it for myself. You know, you have to want it for yourself. You can bring a horse to the water, but you can't show it how to drink. You know that saying, or however that thing goes. And another thing, isn't it crazy how sometimes we don't even know how dope we are? Like, other people around us will see the potential in us that we can't even see in ourselves. You know, that connects to identity as well. Other people could see the potential in you, but you can't even see it in yourself. Like, how is that possible? You know, you could be talking to a guy and we see that potential in that guy, but they turn out to really not be nothing. Like, I seen the potential in you, but they got to see it for themselves. Just like I have to see it for myself. Being honest with yourself, being open with yourself. Yourself is what this is about. And one more thing that I wanted to touch base on. Sometimes we can be our own downfall to the blessings that are coming around us, or sometimes we could be our own distraction and not even knowing what our purpose is because of ourselves. Those inner conversations, you have to monitor those are real. That is a real thing. You know, those little phrases or the little voices in your head, those little doubtful words like, this is not gonna work, this is a waste of time, you know, it's just all gonna fail. That still has something to do with you. Those are your inner conversations. You have to monitor that. And I call that internal battling. It's very real. Like, we all know how doubt is, but that connects to our identity. Be honest with yourself. Like, cut that off. While we're checking our characteristics and stuff like that and who we are and what we want, we also need to check those inner voices. Monitor those. Let's get into the movement of you. You know, Team You. # Team You. I'm Team Me. Okay? So you need to be Team You. You only get one you. So while we are looking for these identities and finding ourselves, be Team You. All right. I hope that everybody can get something out of this message. I hope that this influenced you, and I hope that this helped you, because it helped me. These steps got me out of being lost and living for somebody else. You know, I'm honest with myself. I'm very honest with myself. Like, Teresa, no, you need to be quiet and fix it. You know, that's how I check myself. Like, first of all, you were wrong, so get it together. That's how you check yourself, all right? That's how you find your identity. So if you felt that this video was helpful and you liked what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe down below. Don't forget to subscribe. I would love you guys to subscribe, and stay in tune for the next video from Ego Emi to You. This message was about identity. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Mwah.